Hi guys, today I'm gonna show you how to craft the best helmet right now in PoE. It's an Archdemon crown and it's basically an 8-link helmet. 1, 2, 3, 4. It's more than an 8-link helmet. It gives you insane damage. You can reach hundreds and hundreds of millions of damage with this. It's used in most of the meta builds right now, like Penance brand, Ice Nova, Custom Crit, or Aurastacker. And you want to start on a level 84 Archdemon crown. As you can see, all the people are crafting on 84. This guy crafted on 86, but he also crafted on a Blizzard crown instead of an Archdemon. And 84, 84, yeah, everyone's crafting on 84. And at this point of the league, these are pretty much mirror tier. If you manage to make one, you can just service it. They're really expensive to make. You want to start with your base, level 84 plus, and you want the right enchant probably. Even if you don't have the enchant, you can just enchant it later, but yeah. The first step is to influence the helmet with an influence exalted orb like Redeemer, Crusader, Hunter, or Warlord. If you have the Harvest Craft that adds an influence to an item, you also use that. Once you have any influence on it, you want to randomize Armor Influence, which is an Harvest Craft as well. And you can hit either Shaper or Elder. And once you hit that one, you want to awaken orbit with another bad base, which is the influence that you're missing. You want one Shaper, one Elder Helmet. Either is fine. It doesn't matter which one you have Elder or Shaper on. And you always click first the Awakener Orb. Then you click your bad base. And last you click your Archdemon Crown. To start getting the suffixes, you have different choices. You can use Essences of Horror. This is gonna take around 70 to hit T1 Hypothermia. Or you can also use Fossils. The best combination, I think, is Frigid, Faceted, Aberrant, and Glyphic, because Frigid and Faceted increase the chance of Hypo by a lot. Aberrant removes the Lightning mods from the pool, which is one of the Glyphic outcomes. Frigid also removes all the fire mods from the pool, and Glyphic forces one upgraded essence mod to the pool, which is more damage or +2 aura gems and stuff like that. Once you hit your Hypothermia, you have three outcomes. You either have an empty suffix. If you have an empty suffix, you can go to the next step. If you don't have an empty suffix, you can either have an influence mod or a normal mod. If you have an influence mod, you want to Maven, but make sure that you only have 2 influence mods. If you have a third one as a prefix, you want to Reforge, keeping suffixes until you only have normal mods as prefixes. Because if you Maven and you have a prefix that is influenced, it could Maven that one instead of doing a 50-50 here of annulling the block spell damage and giving you level 25 hypo. If you remove hypothermia at any point, or if you remove more elemental damage, you have to start over and spam again here with fossils or essences. Instead, if you don't have an influence mod, but instead you just have a normal mod like accuracy in this example, you can just annul or suffix to prefix. Another base that you might want to consider keeping is +1 int gems. Since you're using faceted, this can happen, but I don't know if it's better or worse. It's probably worse depending on your build than spell crit. As the last suffix, as I was just saying, you want to get spell crit. And how you achieve this is by just crafting suffixes cannot be changed, and then you reroll crit. And if you hit something bad, you have to Maven for a 50-50. And if you remove hypo, you go back and you start over. And if you elevate hypo, you can craft suffixes cannot be changed again and reroll critical. This should be 1 in 6 chance to hit the T3 spell crit. But if you're happy with T2, you can just go ahead and skip this step. But if you're not happy, you have to annul again. Or actually, you have to Maven for a 50-50 again. You're basically using a Maven as an annul. If you're using a normal annul, it's a 1 in 3 chance, because right now you only want to remove the tier 2 spell crit, right? So if you Maven, it's a 50-50 of annulling this, while if you use a normal annul, it's 1 in 3 because you have 3 suffixes, and the only one you want to remove is this one, and you have 2 out of 3 chances of removing the good ones. So even though your hypothermia is already Mavened, it's elevated to level 25, you might want to Maven again just to use it as an annul influence. It's basically a special annul that is like a influence annul with a 50% chance instead of 33% chance. But yeah, if you remove the bad mod, you can just keep repeating this over and over until you hit your T1 spell crit. Once you hit your T1 spell crit, like in this example, you want to craft suffixes cannot be changed, and you want to reroll influence or influence plus over and over until you hit concentrated effect. This might take a few tries. This is an expensive craft, so just be careful. If you don't want to go for perfect, you can stop at any tier concentrated effect, but if you want to go for perfect, you have to go for level 20. So once you have the level 20, you can augment influence for another prefix modifier that is influenced, and you can craft suffixes cannot be changed, like here, and then you can Maven. This Maven will only hit the prefixes and will not touch the suffixes, as you crafted suffixes cannot be changed. So the only 2 mods that you can touch is CoC and the other influence mods. You can, if you elevate CoC, you can go ahead and go to the next step. But if you remove CoC, you have to go back here and just do this step again. Suffixes cannot be changed with reroll influence until you hit concentrated effect again. So once you have your concentrated effect, you are gonna want to veil another prefix. You want to veil the second prefix, and the mod you want to get is probably, like in 99% of the cases, is +2 AoE. This is a 44.6% chance of happening. The other usable mod for some builds is +2 projectiles gems, for example for Winter Orb. And if you don't hit the mod you want and you hit something bad on the unveil, you can craft suffixes cannot be changed and annul for a 50-50 chance of removing the veiled mod. And if you hit the unveiled mod, you can craft it again and go again and try again and get another chance of unveiling the good mod you want. If you remove the concentrated effect, you keep the suffixes cannot be changed on there, and you go back to step 7 here and you try to get concentrated effect again. If you hit your second prefix, which is +2 AoE, you're pretty much done, and you can just go into the last step, which is finishing the base. You can divine the suffixes and then craft suffix cannot be changed and divining the prefixes separately. But since in this case the range is not that high, you can actually just spam divines probably. You don't have to divine separately. But divining separately is also like a choice. Like you can choose to do that if you want instead. It's an option. It might also not work depending on the price. So once you're done divining, you also don't forget to 30% quality. I misclicked. Don't forget to 30% quality the helmet and enchant it. And as the last step, you just craft life or flat energy shield over and over until you hit the max roll of that craft. This is what people are doing, and these get so many mirror services. It's insane. I saw a lot of them. I saw a lot of people using them. That's pretty much it. That's how to craft the best helmet in PoE right now, and see you in the next video.